Greetings from Bermuda, this is BDA Limey, and welcome back to Wildermyth, where we are playing through the Age of Ulstryx campaign. I'm going to continue now with Chapter 2. So we have to investigate Birch Creek Altar, which is over here. We think that the Gorgons are searching for this place. And we have 350 days left to do it. I guess this is the first time we've actually seen some kind of time limit. So let's wander in this direction. Let's scout and send everybody there. Dark Curiosity. Under the cover of darkness, Tholvere takes her leave. So this is kind of like a side quest. Yeah, let's take it and see what happens. Power isn't something you snatch in broad daylight. Shadows are for sharp wits, for bold desires, and all the attendant rewards. Oh. Tholvere. Agar. What you have to remember is that context is important. On your way out of here, can I ask where you're going? Or better yet, can you not ask? Truth is, I've been having these dreams. You want to come with me? I just don't think you should go alone. Okay, choose. No, fine. Come along, bring a friend if you wish. I'm only warning you, this might get dark. Or, actually, it's a terrible thing to leave because of the thing. So I guess this is... I'm not sure it's... I guess this is go together and this is go alone. Going together feels like a good idea. And I think we do not have... Do we have the option of... I was kind of confused by the interface last time. From the story, it implies that it's just these two going, but I don't quite get why Varly is showing up here as well. And why we can select her or not select her. Yeah, some parts of the interface of this game still seem a bit confusing. Anyway, let's go. We do all seem to be going. Often they travelled in the night. The moon was new, stars far away, and the darkness steep. What you're about to see is the product of meticulous preparation. Years spent studying the occult, from appalling journals, necromantic tomes, and a few mad diaries. What was Tholvere's personality again? Was she the smart one? She's a greedy intellectual, so yeah, she is the smart one. And Agar is a hot-headed loner. Although not so much of a loner that he didn't want to go with Tholvere. Just those bad-sounding books. Also some dog literature. Oh yeah, dogs are cute, aren't they? Yes. Dogs are much better than people, I often think. Tholvere finds a path in the dark up the side of an old weather-blasted hill, where an ancient altar waits. Tholvere removes a small effigy from her pack. Okay, what's that hideous doll about? Effigy looks like an amalgamation of all the foes they've ever brought down. She slides it into the altar's higher compartment. Tholvere, what is that? Made it from monster parts, all kinds. Monster parts. Sure, some fine specimens too. The trick is to take pieces reminiscent of the original body, but obscure enough not to be reminded of who they were. Now the spell just needs blood. So now we either cut Tholvere's hand, or she cuts Agar's thumb. I think she would. This is her thing. She would do it herself. There are no truly demonic presences such spells may call on, because demon was always an ill-born term for the lostlings. She squeezes blood onto the small abomination. Nothing's happening. How strange. And then something does. The Flame Fiend. We did the dark ritual. Okay. We are all three of us here. Okay. Hobbled and poisoned. How did she get hobbled and poisoned? Hey, Nightly Cat. How you doing, sir? Are you a Wildermyther as well? This is my first playthrough of the game, so still kind of getting my head around everything. Very much so. How far through are you? Or how many campaigns have you done, dare I ask? So we could start interfusing. What's this over here? Plant. Okay, so we can do Splinter Blast. He does have 2 armor. You finished your 3rd campaign? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to make my mind up about what I think about it. The first chapter felt very easy, and so I'm kind of worried that I started it on too easy a difficulty level. It was just the recommended adventurer level. But yeah, none of the fights felt challenging at all, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know whether it's going to get harder in the 2nd and 3rd chapters or not. And there's more kind of of the storytelling stuff in between than I was expecting for some reason. I don't know why. It's an RPG. So I'm still kind of just trying to decide what I think about that. But what do you like about it? What's I get the impression that some of it as well, you've maybe got to do several campaigns so that you start kind of seeing the links from one campaign to another and the references back and stuff. So maybe that's kind of where it starts to shine. But yeah, still early days. Okay, let's interfuse that. We could grab him. Actually, maybe you could help. There's still some things I'm trying to figure out, like how far the monsters can move on their turn. I don't see anything that gives me any indication of how far they can go. Which, is not really an issue right now, but in some of the previous scenarios where I've kind of been trying to position my characters so that they're out of range, I'm kind of finding that I'm having to guess where to put them. I think we'll just do Splinter Blast, I guess. A mix of the easy to get around combat, the story in the events, and the art style. Yeah, the art style is really nice. I do like the art style. It is very pretty. Okay, Splinter Blast him then. Dodged! No! Okay. Tholvere. 100% hit chance, 3 damage. But maybe if we send Agar first to do his shred. Or shield shear. That will help, and then he can hit it as well. 8. Also, what is stunt? I've seen multiple references to stunt, but I don't really know what that is. Oh, you can't answer the movement question? Okay. Maybe it just doesn't show you. I guess I'm used to sort of games like this being given all the information about where everybody's gonna what the enemies are gonna do or where they could move to, so I can kind of plan around that. But yeah, maybe this game's just not like that. Hopefully now we can one-shot it. Yes. Okay, so that was very easy again. I'm definitely going to crank up the difficulty on the next one. Okay, Agar is now a Bluehorn warrior. Choose an ability. Heroism. Once per combat, he gains 1 action point. And attack actions only cost 1 action point this turn. Engage is a swift action. He engages a foe, forcing it to attack him. riposte. He will counter-attack after a successful melee block or dodge. And upgrade endurance. Increased from +2 armor +1 warding to +3 armor +2 warding. Let's take riposte actually. Stunt is a crit chance, is it? Okay, cool, thank you. And do we want to place his armor? It will make him slower. Which I think affects how far he can move, right? Yeah, okay. The maximum distance a hero can move with a single action. Although it's still above 4, reduces his dodge chance, increases his armor. It's tier 1. Let's take it. On balance, it's an upgrade, so... That wasn't quite what I was expecting. What was it? Oh no, some kind of leech lord, launched from the ravenous flaming maw of Netherflare? Let's just guess. A great black gust rushes up. Ah, this is promising. A second gout of fire engulfs the altar, as a disembodied voice howls. I am the sadness of infinite suffering made manifest. Gaze upon me and be immolated in despair. Yeah. Are you the Lostling, Drazod? Yep. Hey guys. Ready to do some evil? The next day. Hey Tholvere. I don't care. Blood conjuring. What a bust. I am the sadness of infinite suffering made manifest. I don't see why that means I have to be alone. Okay, she's now a Bluehorn Hunter. Okay. Aid. Once per combat, grant an adjacent target 4 temporary health and remove negative status effects. Or Flash Cone. Once per combat, she throws a Flash Cone that blinds enemies and deals 1 magic damage. When an ally will be hidden. Or Bard, she reduces the cost of recruit jobs by 1. Reduces the cost of recruit jobs by 1. Is that 1 LP or 1 time? +5 stunt to all heroes in the party. We seem to be doing absolutely fine on the health, so let's take Bard. Passive ability I don't have to worry about, seems good. Okay, so recruit opportunity here. We still do not have enough legacy points, so... yeah, that didn't really go anywhere, that side quest, unless it's going to come back in somewhere later. But that's fine. Scouts here. Keep an eye on that timer. Yeah, 1 LP away, right? I did spend it all on... I knew I was spending it. At the end of the last chapter, I spent it all on equipment upgrades. Which I figured was probably better since I didn't seem to be struggling with just having 3 members in the party, so... Taressa's Gloom. Assault Taressa's Gloom. Let's go. What would you do, Tholvere, if you found your heart racing at the thought of another? Someone you stood beside through danger, and then... Oh, well, each person's different. I try to learn what they were like, what their feelings are, and I'd form a plan of some sort. Stop that mumbling, there's a sound. Hushed voices and careful footfalls approach down the overgrown path. To Varly's ears, even these muffled noises are perfectly loud. Come forward, strangers. If you're friendly, come forward slowly. Silence, perhaps a minute of it, is all the answer that emerges from a thick wall of brush. And then... Runanda, you dolt! They're not fooled by this, and I'm standing in ants. Yes, mistress. Should I offer myself? Introduce us! We hear your... Oh there! You look like experienced, whatever you are. Bandits, rogues, not hounding for captives, I hope. Come on out of there, you're caught anyway. Well. Oh, move it, you fool. Anything's better than ants at my dress. Sorry, mistress. Here, take my arm. A pair of travellers clambers free of the bracken, their clothing fine but a tad filthy. Hello, strangers. I'm Runadar, servant and apprentice to this prestigious and lovely woman who... Well, perhaps we shouldn't use your real name. That's Bailey Graveburn. Oops, he knows your name. Why wouldn't he? Bailey the Dream Chanter, poet and peerless singer. Impossible to turn away in here when she's plucking strings, spinning yarns, deploying her famous fowls. Well, you don't seem like a threat. Come sit by the fire. We're not in any kind of bad business. By the fire sounds grand. Mistress Tholvere. The small camp settles a little awkwardly. Introductions go round. Shortly thereafter, Agar can't help himself. He bends Bailey's ear. You inspired me. Not many people have. See, I'm not partial to the skippy little tales they peddle these days. The great romances, the epics, those matter. You sang Queen of the Seas in Shieldquick. I wept. Rumour was you intoned all of the Oldwain saga in a day and a night, and no one dared chew a morsel. Yes, I remember those days. I try not to miss them. Oh, mistress, you don't need to say it. I do, though. Just that. Nothing lasts forever. Bad fever took my lofty registers from me. My volume. Performance is such a physical thing. Most forget that. I'm weak nowadays. I lean on him, my student, wouldn't dare there. Mistress. I would love to show that gift to you again, but it's gone now. Only the memory remains. Why not try a small song? Even if it's quiet, even if it's just a shadow of you. We'd like it. Well, I could try. It's been a few years now. Or we could see what the apprentice has learned. Do we want to potentially embarrass her? Oh, 71% chance of success, I'm guessing. Do we want to potentially embarrass her? Or do we want to potentially embarrass her by saying we'd rather hear what your apprentice can sing like? Ooh. To the chat, what should we do? I'll take votes. Seems like nothing can go wrong. Well, there's no chance of failure maybe with option 2, but I don't know. I don't know whether there's... Let's. No one has a preference. You're a sucker for randomness. Okay, let's give her a chance to shine again and relive her glory days. Bailey Graveburn, the Dream Chanter, pulls her instrument from its case. A hum collects in her throat, then ebbs, then rises again, spilling between pitches, and stops. She softly coughs. Don't strain yourself, mistress. I don't think I can manage it. It's alright. We got some beer, some bread and soup. Mistress. The night passes. The night before the fight at Taressa's Gloom passes quietly. Oh dear. Feel like we kind of embarrassed her. Okay. Bunch of foes. So yeah, we lost some of the, what are they called? Bad things. So his tail no longer does damage. So it's just plus 25% health on the row. So that's good. Except there's a row right here, which is bad. Let's just shoot it. We actually can't get him there and hit, so... Is he in range? 4 range. 1, 2, 3... Ooh, I don't know, is he in range or not? Oh, there's a Rager right there. Didn't see that. Okay, well, Agar can take care of the Rager. What metal into grasping appendages that pin enemies within a chosen area for 2 turns? 2, 3, maybe that, I don't know. Do we count diagonally? Let's find out, actually. Let's see whether it's in range. It is in range, okay. Well, that's doing 9 damage. Okay, so... why don't we get the ricochet? Maybe because this is in the way? Okay, well, let's just kill the row. And Agar. I can move in there. Shield shear. And then hit it very hard. Nice! Okay. Varly. Open the door. What if we go... Whoop. Yikes. Okay, she went a little bit further in than I was hoping she would. Oh, we can't even use her free action now as well. I guess we've got to use that before she runs out of regular actions. Okay. Okay, let's move Tholvere there. Can she? No, she's not in range. Okay, let's move them side by side so they get a defensive bonus. And move him as far as we can as well, which is not particularly far. Oh yeah, cover. That's the thing. Let's forget about cover. Okay, so no armor on him. Bone Lance. Propel a long, cruel lance of bone to impale enemies. Sadly, assuming it's got to be in one direction. Steel Fire, 9 magic damage, 4 range. That's pretty powerful. Let's try that for a change. Steel Fire. Okay. Alright. Run up and smack him, I guess. No shield, so I don't need to do anything with that. 9 damage. I love that Agar just one-shots everything. He's crazy powerful. That's kind of why I was saying it sort of seems a bit easy. Like half of the battle, most of the battles, the monsters never get a chance to attack. Okay, so this is kind of equivalent tier armor. It does improve warding, does improve spell damage. Armor is down a bit. I think it's probably worth taking that. Armor's not usually an issue for her. So, calamities. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Okay, so Raccoon Corrupt Path. This monster is now stronger, leaves a trail of corrupted ground behind it when it moves. Okay. Plus 50 days. Okay, so for clearing out that, we got 50 days to our timer. So, do we want to secure it? How long does this take? 35 days. So we gained 50. It's going to be a net gain of 15. I don't know. I think that's worth it. We'll do that on the first one. And if we kind of start running out of time, then on the other ones we can just do it quickly. Okay, research complete. 2 ingots, 1 spell thread, and we'll get to use those at the end of the chapter. Dorso, silverbark knee pad. Increase block seems to be good on Agar since he's our melee fighter. Okay, this is where we need to go. So let's go straight there and check it out. The sickness. Agar feels called by destiny. Go on. I feel like we shouldn't turn down these opportunities, really. Spitmore seems to drift in the night, a haunted ship slicing still seas in silence. The village languishes in the grips of an awful disease. Many lives taken, many more taken ill. Is that Agar? Varly, you look well enough. No one is on the streets but them. The stink of disease curls out each window. Only crickets and the occasional owl song are there to remember the world won't end tonight. Is this also fate? I thought I'd walk alone. So you often think. Where are you going? It hangs over me, Varly. Brilliant lodestar. I'm setting out tonight. I think you're supposed to come. You think you're taking it a little far this time? We go to a wild place that appeared to me in a dream. There's a poison in this town that was born somewhere distant. Suppose there's any chance this was just a dream, just like any other dream. No! There's muckish dreams, sleep weeds, and then there's true ones. Seeds that always flower true. I've learned to tell the difference. The journey begins at the dawnward tip of the year's longest night. Perhaps it's merely coincidence. Or perhaps destiny's hand has touched the scales. Okay. Truly there is no solider thing than fate. Well, look, we can't leave it tonight. Look at the shape of the moon. No, go with fate. Fate is a thing, and let's take everybody. I guess by splitting... Oh god, okay, it's a long way to go. I guess splitting people up lets us scout things faster. I wonder if I might need to do that at some point. Fog descends sometime after dark. It casts an unhealthy shade over everything. So your idea is to attack this place teeming with unscrutable malevolence in the very depths of the night. I can't put it into words quite perfectly. I just know it has to be this way. The knowledge lives in my blood. Really, I don't think it's my choice at all. As they approach Ardenor Quarry, an unfamiliar odour comes to them. Chemical and thick, coating the insides of their cheeks, turning mealy in their mouths. Pressing on, the air grows denser, fouler. And then, you see it. What do you call that? Something made that thing. Something evil. It's clearly not here for any friendly purpose. Look inside that sphere. You can see our town, suffering. Always being the kind to kick the anthill. Makes my bones itch and my nostrils burn. Let's get on with it. As they move to destroy the strange edifice, a hiss slices the air at their backs. Yikes. Wait, he looks like that thing. See a Gorgon. Creature hasn't seen them. Big surprise, I guess. It's guarded. Ambush the Gorgon before it sees you. Or make sure you destroy the altar first. Well, it feels like if the altar is the thing that's causing the sickness in the village, it can probably wait a little longer. So, let's ambush the Gorgon. Come on! I want Gorgon blood to my elbows and I want blood on my boots. Make it pay! Ah! Okay. This wasn't the boss enemy at the end of chapter 1. Well, I'm sure it's fine. We're stronger now. Okay. Interfuse. Bush. Wild Grasp. 10 damage. That will do nicely. Wild Grasp. And it's dead. Some of these battles feel like an anticlimax. I definitely should have upped the difficulty. Standard difficulty is super duper easy. Okay, well, next time. Melee accuracy and ranged accuracy. Juice's warding. I don't know whether Varly needs... Because, I mean, she's just interfusing with everything. Does she need either of those stats? Skill at hitting targets with ranged attacks or abilities, including interfusion abilities. Okay, yes she does. In that case, Agar is mainly doing melee and he's already on 114, so let's give it to Varly. The Gorgon dead and the strange spell shrine destroyed. For a moment they can only tongue dry mouths and hope this will be enough to stem the sickness. Well, hollow me out and call me a whiskey sack. The sky breathes, the trees are well. I do sense a wholeness coming in around us. The sun begins to rise and the world awakens. In the course of a few moments, the dark cloud of the Gorgon spell has blown apart, faded into memory. Agar and Varly find no more reason to linger. They head home, where they will find the wasting illness that threatened to overwhelm their town has mysteriously vanished. I don't know why. I have the feeling something's over, but I don't know what's next. Varly's arm has become a giant chunk of crystal. I mean, it's like a built-in shield now. I've always had a star I sailed by that nobody else saw. Sometimes I wished I didn't. Now there's this emptiness. So I mean, what do I do now? Agar? Look, now you get to enjoy some quiet. Take that as your reward, because it's absolutely precious. Okay, he's now a Bronze Horn Warrior. Options. Raider. As a swift action, you can start a fire on an empty tile or break a piece of adjacent scenery, dealing 2 damage to all foes adjacent to the scenery. Once per combat, adjacent target 4 temp health, remove negative status effects. Once per combat, as a swift action, he frightens the enemy, forcing them to spend the next turn running away. Or upgrades shield shear. Cooldown removed, can use multiple times per turn. Yeah, the crystal transformation is kind of cool, isn't it? I went in the first chapter, I did a side quest for her where we had a choice of basically fighting her immune system or fighting some parasites inside her. And I'm kind of assuming, because we chose to fight her immune system, well, I didn't really realise what I was doing at the time. Kind of assuming that maybe that's now kind of opened the way for this thing to completely take her over. So maybe I should have killed the parasites, but we'll see. Let's take that. Doesn't feel like any of those abilities are super useful at the moment. Okay, the bummer about taking that thing, though, is that we've come a long way out of our way. So I guess let's get back over here. 52 days just to get back there. And then 13 days scouting time. Oh, calamities. Oh, okay. Now, last time we had plenty of spare LPs, so I was cancelling all of these. Now we do not. But you know what? So far, all the enemies have been easy. So I am just gonna let all those calamities go. Take them all. That does double the number of calamities that we've got. Maybe that's why it's been so easy so far. Things are going to get harder now. Continue. Now, I'm sure I'm not going to be able to attack this thing right away. Drawing Room Garden has been revealed. The Salt Birch Creek Altar. Strength 5. I can. No, I didn't see how strong was the last fight that we did. I missed that. Either way, I think we are probably strong enough to take this. I wasn't imagining it would be quite so picturesque. I wouldn't mind staying here. The Cavern of the Sea Spear lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. The sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, moulded and mushed by the hands of titans when the world was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp, glows. But the canyon's deep places are strung with fragrant clear waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden. Damp shadow, fern-feathered shade. But Agar spots it. Leads the way inside. Smell that? Doesn't it remind you of somewhere? Smells like the ocean. Careful, there's holes. I don't know how deep they go. Agar follows his own echoes into the dripping depths. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. Air is pickled still. Smoother down here. Look at the ceiling, it seems to go up and up. Something's glinting too. Slime or something. Hopefully not alive. Place has its own appeal though. Quiet. Lonely. Dark. Tholvere. This looks like the end of the tunnel. Carved and firm and ancient. Ooh. That's a very large cavern. But I guess we are going this way. I don't know why I always get Agar to open the door. Calabyne, towering, reeking of algae and old water, it stalks sedately on its stony limbs while the world quakes. Okay, he looks a bit more challenging. 4 armor and a metric shit ton of hit points. And 2 warding. Okay, so that's protection from magical attacks. Okay, shockwave attacks target and enemies adjacent to the target. Okay, so we need to keep separated. Immune to compulsion, he cannot be compelled to move. He moves through scenery and stops it flat. And sweeps its massive claws, tossing its foes aside. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's start with our standard herb now. What can we interfuse? Not that. Are we close enough to interfuse anything? 10 magic damage, 4 range. Probably that, if we can get near it. What's this? Discus, 10 damage, 4 range. Okay, they're both... Let's do the pillar. Although his shield is up, so actually Agar should probably run in and smack him first. Oh, he can't. He can't. Varly can't move too far forward for him to protect her. Okay, well he does have way more shield, so let's move him in front. Do we have any other way of removing shield? I don't think we do. She could go into Grey Plane, but then that will be the end of her action. But if she does this, she's only going to do 2 damage, right? Yep. So, let's Silk Step. Did I do it? Lush then did her turn. Yeah, still 2 damage. Okay. Silk Step. Oh, right, we choose. Yeah, it always seems weird that ability that just puts her into Grey Plane still kind of requires us to move as well. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's do Discus, let's do some damage. Still, yeah, it's still a chunk of damage. Blocked. Wait, does that mean he blocked all of it? He does. Oh, he's big. Oh, jeez. Alright. And yeah, he kind of knocked Agar out of the way as well. Alright. Well, she's in Grey Plane, so she can shoot without losing any damage from his armor. I don't know whether this will count as a flanking attack. I can't rotate it all the way around. I move him there and hit. We will do that. And we will do that. Whoa, stunts, okay. So, crit. Okay, Varly, can you... Oh, we can do Discus multiple times from that. That's cool. Is he still in range, though? He is. That's pretty nice. Dead. Okay. Oof. Alright. I was worried that was going to be a bit harder than it was. First fight for a while, though, that the enemy's actually got an attack in, so... By that standard, it was harder. Alright, let's get what we came for. Don't you wonder how that thing lived down here, or where it came from? The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the great guardian shrivels inside its carapace. Agar approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like, grand, radiates legacy and power. It's just strange. What can this thing really mean to them? The poem is an oral heirloom. My guess is that the hero queen who wielded this lance in antiquity was actually a Gorgon. Interesting. Most stories are spun to suit the teller, so it's a kind of emblem to them, maybe. Of a past hero. As Agar grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, tortured lungs shoveling air, the slickering squelch of creeping things. By the sound of it, a horde of Gorgon beasts is pouring towards the chamber. We need to hope they don't cut off our escape. Even I don't believe we'll survive if we stay here. Uh-oh. Petroglass sea spear. Great Spear Tier 3 artifact. That sounds pretty cool. Oh, okay, stunt effect. Refunds on action point. Okay, so when we crit can not only do damage, but it can actually do other things as well, I guess. Which is cool. The first campaign does feel very newbie friendly. I mean, I guess that's what it's meant to be, right? So the other ones get harder, do they? What difficulty do you normally play on? Like, yeah, should I up the difficulty, like, I don't know, 1 tier on the next one? I was thinking of like upping it and putting Iron Man mode on as well. Because usually, like, games that offer an Iron Man mode, I quite like to play in that mode, just because it increases the tension a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm currently thinking I will do. But we'll see how this goes, I guess. Okay, so this is an upgrade for everybody. Wow, even for his sword. Damage to 8, range to 2.1, instant damage 4. Oh, reduces melee accuracy and block though. The only other person that can use it is her, but she's always using her bow anyway, so... You're still playing normal difficulty? But you're buffing up the difficulty next campaign, okay. Yeah, I think if it's... I definitely enjoy it if it's more of a challenge. So I played Eratus, Lord of the Dead. I don't know if you've played that. It's a game a bit like Darkest Dungeon. And I started a game of that on the normal difficulty. And it was like so easy, it was just not fun. And I got quite a long way through it and was like, I don't really want to play this game anymore. And it was like, okay, let me just quit and start a new game from the beginning and just play on a harder difficulty. And it's so much more satisfying when, yeah, there's actually a risk of death, basically. Oh no, he's tier 2 greatsword though. I don't know, do I want to replace that? You tried the demo of Eratus and didn't get behind it. Yeah, it was, I mean, I enjoyed it enough to finish a campaign of it when I was playing on the harder difficulty level, which was quite long. I mean, it's, you know, it's sort of pegged as a roguelike, I guess, but it really isn't. I mean, like, one run of that took me, I don't know, ages. Yeah, so I didn't mind it, but I didn't love it either. You played Darkest Dungeon and XCOM 1 and 2. Yeah, XCOM was fantastic. XCOM 2. Yeah, for sure. I played that on Iron Man mode as well. Yeah, it was fun. Did make it to the end, surprisingly. Okay, I guess we're gonna give Agar... Oh, his sword is so good though. But this is better. Let's give him the spear. It's an artifact, I mean, I don't know if that counts for anything other than just being tier 3, but... I could replace his pitchfork, but I never... I haven't found a reason to swap weapons yet. Yeah, what would be the reason that you would swap a weapon? Like, why would I choose to use the spear over the sword then? It does have slightly more range. Actually, it's got exactly the same range as his sword. Because it's a great sword, I guess. No, it doesn't. Sorry. No, sorry, what am I talking about? 1.6. You're right, it does have more range. Okay. How much does that matter? Like hanging back one space further from an enemy? I don't know. Feels like maybe that's something you need to worry about more if you're playing on a harder difficulty, whereas on this one I can just run up and smack them and they die, basically. I guess, right? He can, yeah, true, actually. He can take 2 weapons. So if we're going to get rid of one, get rid of the pitchfork. And we can always just make the spear the default, so... Uh-oh. It's not over yet, though. Escape! Gorgons will keep coming. Where? Out here? Okay, Tholvere. Go open the door. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. Just by the echoes, you can tell the numbers are next to limitless. We're not trapped. They're entering from a different tunnel. All we can do is choose a direction. Well, if she's right, our way might still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Escape is the only option. You have that spear on your warrior with the long reach upgrade, and you could hit 3 squares away. Okay. What's the extra range good for? Are there like some enemies that might like riposte or retaliate if you're standing right next to them? I think. Escape alive. Okay. That is a fair way away. Okay, team. Let's assemble. If we interfuse that, will that give us a bit more visibility? Also increases some area effects for Mystic. Okay. What does this do? Discus. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Let's do it. Nice. But I guess he's out of range to do Discus, so... Oh, I wish I knew how far he could move. And there's no way to click on them to bring up any, like, extra information. Oh, maybe there is. No, there isn't. Control F1 just selects it, yeah. Oh, wait, C. No. Raccoon is an enemy, that's all it's gonna tell me. Okay, fine. Shift click. Shift. It is not doing anything. Nope. Shift and hover. Now if I hover, it brings that up. Shift and hover is not doing anything. Oh, wait. There's a big... Okay, I think I'm going blind. There's a big green area. Was that there before? That wasn't there when I was hovering over that boss. I'm sure. Or maybe the whole arena was green. I don't know, and I missed it. Okay. So that's how far he can move. And he's got 6 range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can hit anything up to there. Okay, anyway. He is not going to get over there. Tholvere... No, Varly. We're doing Varly still. I guess we'll move her up a little. And move her there. Okay, Bogmore, +1 damage. Right. Lies. He moved for... Oh, wait, but that's his... Okay, that's how far he could move in 1 action. So he used 2 actions to move and then couldn't do anything else. Okay, fair enough. No worries. Okay, so let's take Varly first. And do Discus. It should kill that if we hit it. Although... Agar can probably run up and kill that. So... let's target the Bogmore. Okay, Agar, go. Got no armor, so a hit should do. Okay, now this stuff. Can I unselect? I think this is bad stuff, right? I think it said at the... Isn't that one of our calamities? I don't remember. Let's move her as far as she can go. Trying to get over there. The monsters are probably coming out of here. Oh. They definitely are. That looks like some kind of spawn point, maybe. Dare I push her up further? Or can he move? Not far. I guess I'll give him more actions next go, so let's put her there. Okay. Let's see whether we can get some visibility on any of these. Can we infuse? No. Interfuse, nothing in range. I don't know what this blue stuff actually does. I don't know whether it's just if we end our turn in it, it damages us, or when we cross it, or what. But I think I'll keep running for the exit. And let's push Varly up as far as she can go. Has she taken? No, she hasn't taken any moves yet this time because she started way ahead of everybody else. It's some kind of Overwatch. I think there's some kind of item that or skill that works like Overwatch, but we do not have it. Let's move her there. I feel like we're probably okay, maybe. I don't know. Let's keep pushing her up. Okay, row. Okay, another Pogmore coming in from the side. We could just run away. I think that's what we'll do. Run. Agar, run. Although, actually, hang on, let's move up because Tholvere's got 2 movement. Let's use 1. Right. Revealed that. That thing... I actually want to see how far that can go. So I need to deselect Tholvere. I don't want to see that. How do I deselect her? F2. Nope. Not helping. Can we hit it? We can hit it. Or I could go into Silk Step and wait until next go. Currently, I'm doing 4 damage because of its shield. Although I suppose... Yeah, okay, let's do that. And next go we might get another shot, and that'll be enough to finish it off. Move Agar. Don't think this thing can get to me. Oh, famous last words. Do you want to keep pressing forward? So maybe Agar runs up. He didn't even need to take out its armor, he can just hit it. And then that clears the way for the others, so we're just going to run past. Past. Do we get any kind of experience points from killing these things? wondering if there's any advantage to killing some of them. But I'm not sure. Tholvere has also lost 4 hit points, which is kind of bad. Ah, so is Varly. Yeah, let's just get him out of here. He's got riposte. Yes, nice. Okay. Run. Cannot make it all the way quite. She can get out. And she can get out. And it's just Agar. There he can get out. Alright. Experience depends on the number of monster cards, not really on the amount killed. Ah, right, okay. Shield. I think we already have a shield. Shield replaces shield. It's exactly the same. But his hands are full. I guess that's because both of them are using a two-handed weapon. So we can equip it, but it doesn't actually give any benefit. Right. This hero has no one-handed weapons. He must have a one-handed weapon to use an off-hand weapon. Off-hand item. Okay, well he can still claim it. Just in case we switch him back to a one-handed weapon at any point. Okay. We left that canyon and cave behind. The enemy's treasure in our hands. Oh, his new staff is the enemy's treasure. That's what we were looking for. Should be joyful. We know a clash is coming. Can't expect any help. Winning one hill doesn't decide anything. We can only hope this small victory buys us time. Okay. Chapter 2 complete. That was much shorter than Chapter 1. I don't know if I rushed to the end too quickly. Maybe I should have spent more time securing more of the towns, which would have given me more resources, I guess, but he might throw one of his weapons away. Okay. 10 years of peace follow. Victory has undermined the enemy's plans. They have been weakened. But only a little bit, by the looks of it. During the years of peace, I asked an appraiser how much my eye was worth. What'd they say? Less than I thought. Any hack with a grid book can call themselves an appraiser these days. Each day, Agar swept the path and trimmed back the weeds. Tholvere couldn't help but ask, why the diligence? Gotta keep the chaos at bay somehow. We're people. What we're born to do. The travelling salesman won Tholvere's heart with a steady stream of gifts. Gorgeous. The fellow ain't half bad either. Agar Everwhisker's daughter has reached adventuring age. Aril Everwhisker has joined the companions of the Orchid as a hunter. Oh, wow, okay. Do you really want to go adventuring with your mum? There. Talk about that. There could be tension there. Varly Wickletrim's daughter has reached adventuring age. San Wickletrim has joined the companions of the Orchid as a hunter. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't spend my my LPs on extra adventurers and just reproduce instead. Much more effective. Aril has grown stronger. Okay, so what do we want to give her? Jump Jaw. I thought we'd given Jump Draw to her mother, but maybe we didn't. Maybe we picked something else in the end because I don't remember the option of doing this. Through shot, Aril fires a cleverly placed arrow that will pass through the first target and hit the next target in a line, dealing -1 damage to the second target. That's kind of cool if we can pull it off. Not sure how easy that is to do. Ambush, Aril draws back using a ranged attack on the first enemy who enters the threatened tiles, dealing an extra +2 damage. If the shot is not sprung, she gets a free attack at the beginning of the next turn. That sounds like... Is that the Overwatch ability? That sounds a bit like Overwatch. We'll take that. San has grown stronger. My god, we're full of hunters. We've got 3 hunters in our party. archery after a ranged attack against her or any adjacent ally. She counterattacks with a ranged attack of her own. Okay. Flash cone or through shot again. Let's take the counterattack. During the years of peace. Transformations. Do we wish to advance Varly's transformation? Of course we do. Give her her right arm into a gem arm. A crystal sword. 6 to 9 damage. As she slashes a nearby foe with her gleaming sword arm. Yeah. I don't care what happens if she turns into some monstrous crystal golem by the end of this. It's kind of cool. Okay, gear upgrades. Now, we didn't do much, so I don't know how much we're going to be able to afford, but... Can we... Okay, so I'm assuming it's... Like, we've got this tier 3 Great Spear, so it's... Don't worry about him, basically. Varly. Why does Varly have no equipment? Because she's the mystic, so she's just doing infusion stuff. So we could give her better armor, except we don't have quite enough stuff. What about boosting Rill and San up, giving them better bows? Oh, because her arms transformed, so she can't use weapons anymore. Okay. But she can still interfuse, right? Which is all she was doing anyway, so I think that's fine. Oh no, but wait, she had some kind of wand. Oh no, she had some kind of wand that was doing extra damage on her interfusion abilities. So now she's going to be doing less damage on those. She's a mystic built like a tank. Yeah, she kind of isn't she? What did it say? 6 to 9 damage with that arm? Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I wonder if I should be... getting her to charge in a bit more. We've now got 3 archers, which seems like way too many. But yeah, can we afford a better bow? We can. We can certainly afford 1. You would turn a hunter into a rogue. Okay. So... how do I go about doing that? Just basically give them a better... dagger? Oh god, hang on. What abilities did I give them? I think I gave them all abilities to do with range damage. Give them a better dagger. Can we see the character sheets from here? Escape for the menu. No. Who has what? Oh, there we go. Okay, click on the portrait. Okay, so Ariel has ambush. She's got the one with kind of overwatch on her ranged attacks. San has archery. I mean, I guess it doesn't rule it out, does it? I can... just not give her him a better bow, I suppose. What did Tholvere have? See, she's a rogue. Well, does that make any difference? Anytime she kills an enemy, she enters the Great Plane for 3, attacks against wounded targets, deal +1 damage. So that kind of works just as well whether she's ranged or melee. Likewise with that. Tholvere is actually our best kind of rogue, but we can't transfer equipment, can we? I think once it's assigned, then you're stuck, aren't you? Okay, well, fine. Gotta roll with it then, I guess. Maybe we make Xana rogue? tier 3 thingy. Although I think we'd then be too short on the hides for the better bow. What does this do? 6 damage, 4 stunt damage, damage times 2 after armor if flanking. Yeah, which would be good, I guess, because then we can send him in. We haven't been using flanking at all, I guess, because we've only got the one melee attacker. Maybe if we send... Wait. San. That's a girl. They're both girls. I was reading it as Sam for some reason. Okay. She. Takes it by four. Okay, alright, sure, let's go for it. Let's give her that. Create. Okay, and I will give her a better bow. Oh, we do have the stuff for that. We are way short of that. We do have 6 LP. Any reason to keep those LP? Or should we just spend them to give her the best bow possible? Nothing but the best for the daughter of Tholvere. I don't know. They're useful for recruitment. But we've got 5 people in our party now anyway, so I kind of feel like we don't need to recruit anybody else. This is a 3-chapter campaign, so this is going to be the final chapter, so there's going to be no more gear upgrades. So, any reason to keep those? Oh, I suppose we can stop... we can stop the bad things happening, can't we, if we keep them? But the fights have been fine, so... I'm kind of tempted just to use those 6 LP on that. Or the other option, I suppose, is... give her a 2-star weapon and upgrade the armor. Although that would require 1 LP. Or maybe our stabby rogue should have better armor. What's this armor? Doesn't have a tier rating. Oh, tier 1. Okay. It does, it's just hidden. Okay, Agar's got tier 1. That's fine. Let's give her the best bow. For some reason she makes me think of Arwen, but I don't know why. I guess because her name starts with the same letter. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's it. Can't afford anything else. Can we? Actually, this is tier 0. We can afford this. Increase armor, increase dodge by a lot. Reduce speed, increase armor, blah, 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 blah. Let's actually go for that. And Varly already has some 1 tier armor. So I think we are good. Let's go. Some storms batter compromise into combative neighbours. Grudges and no shelter in bitter weather. The rains had been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountain snows melted, and water roared from the heights. The seas whirled and wrung at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider. Valleys turned to huge brackish lakes. Lowland woods and the dams of dry times were swept away, as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought escape from churning floods. You think our Ulstryx poisoned the weather? After all this time? Why? How? With what? I'm telling you, it's... Well, who else could have done this? I believe all things are more connected than we that... Oh, someone at the door. A strange party of visitors begs of fire. They appear to be on edge, here in a common dwelling, but also very soggy. Arnon, you fanatics are welcome here. Why'd you come? The haggard man behind the horns, calling himself Arnon, takes a long breath and turns to address Varly and the rest. Ask my wife. Ask my wife. She sent me. Can you believe that? At my advanced age? I grew up here in Spitmore, you know. It looks different. His two underlings shift and resettle their garments as they dry out. Must be about the flooding. Huh? You know why the... No, everyone knows. It's those tentaclasts, the Gorgons. They bring ruin on us all. Which Gorgons? The blue. That checks out. I mean, who's there? The Gorgons are flooding the world. They've set it in motion and it can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this should be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right, it shouldn't be. The Great Balance should be unassailable. But somehow they've thrown it over. So the torrents fall, the seas thrash, the soil seeps black down our warrens. Is Ulstryx? I knew it would be. Ulstryx? No, it's the Gorgons I'm saying. The beasts of our warren hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. You need to talk to her. Hemmed in, but you slipped by them. Why, it had to be me. I'm a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. My question is, why come to us? Your reputation reaches deep. You are the Gorgon's foe. He certainly gives us an option. A strange one. With this weather, these floods, what else can we go on? You want to watch the world sink beneath a rising sea? Watch all land things perish? Then you're exactly where you need to be. But if you see sense... Arnon thuds a lump of soaked fabric on the table. Here's a... Oh, where? I mean, it's a map. Sorry. Try all crinkly. Follow the map. Come to our warren. There, learn for yourselves how you can deflect this drowning doom. And these lands all saved.